So we got some special guests in the studio this afternoon. We're going to start with this. Frederick Shegog has a story of redemption and service. He was experiencing homelessness and addiction on the mean streets of Philadelphia, but has turned his life around. Our team met him this afternoon when he was the keynote speaker at the Center for the Homeless Luncheon at the Century Center. So we've got Freddie here. We've got Steve Camilleri here as well from the Center for the Homeless. Both of you guys, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Honor having us.
Yeah, you're busy. I know, busy for both of you guys.
Right.
We're going to get to the luncheon in just a second because I know it was a success as always. But we got to talk about your story.
Yes.
It's just impactful. It's inspiring as well. You said something during the break to me, and I want to share this if you don't mind. You said that there was a time you didn't think you should be doing this, but you were meant to be here.
Right.
Talk about that.
So, growing up with low self-esteem due to the things that happened to me and what I went through made me feel as if I wasn't good enough. It made me feel as if I wasn't worthy. What I found out was everything I went through was to put me through for this job.
Wow.
And now I know I'm meant to be here because I had help. And now I'm empowered, and to be there today at that keynote and to give my message, never forget it.
To lean into that, to say, I had help.
Yes.
It is okay to do that because you have somewhat of a background people don't know about. If you can share that as well. Right?
Yes. So 8 years ago, I was homeless, dumpster diving, begging for change. A man found me. I wanted to die. He said, brother, you ain't dying today. He gave me a pillow and a bottle of water. He saved my life. When that happened and I wanted to die and I couldn't, that told me I'm meant to be here. Something changed. It clicked. Got out, went back to school, wrote my story. It got published in the Philadelphia Inquirer. Before I know, the school called me, and the rest is history. I'm in Notre Dame eating burgers. I'm in Notre Dame eating burgers.
In the Notre Dame green here too. Look at that, baby.
You know, real blessed.
And look at you, Philadelphia Inquirer ain't nothing to play with.
No.
That was my first publication, right? And so what that showed me is that I had help. I always had a gift, but I needed somebody to help lift me. Not a handout, a hand up.
Wow.
And when they did that, then it started empowering me. And before I know it, I started getting some keynotes.
Steve, when you hear a story like this, what goes to your mind? Because you are so involved in service and giving back in this community. When you hear this, what goes to your mind?
Hope. It gives us hope. For the guests at the Center for Homeless to be there and witness Freddie's testimonial, they all came up to him, I could do it. And so it just really energizes us and inspires us. And I'll tell you, man, Freddie's the real deal here. And he's not only changed his lives, he's changing other lives too.
I know Freddie knows a lot about the mission. For those who don't know about Center for the Homeless, Steve, give them a little bit, if you can, just a little bit about what you guys do.
Of course. You know, in a nutshell, we're trying to break the cycle of homelessness. But you know, this weather's been pretty extreme. So on nights like tonight, we're just trying to save lives. Get people in the door. And then once they're in the door, we start to build that relationship, we start to build that trust, and then they go through programming. And our other speaker today, she started on Weather Amnesty. She's got her own place now, Sherry does, and she was also an inspiration to folks in the room today.
Is that what you thought? You'd be an inspiration to other people? You were just trying to get out.
Yeah, let me be very clear. I wasn't going to do this, and my wife said, you have a gift. It would be selfish for you not to share your story. Other people need to hear it. And what that taught me was, and as I share my story, is that poverty is not a moral failure. It's a policy issue. I've also understood that this bootstraps mentality we have of just work hard, there's plenty of talent stuck in generational poverty. How about help? Community, love, and help, as Steve and the Center for Homeless do, can bring out Freddie Shegog speakers across the country.
I mean,
we make this too hard.
It's just as simple. And you said something. You said 8 years ago.
Right.
That's not a long time ago. When you were hopeless. When you were helpless. And then you had somebody who said, you know what, you deserve to be here. And when you hear that, that's something that you guys do every single day. And I know people at home may find it hard to believe that, but that's something that you guys do day in and day out. And this is living proof of it.
Yeah, you know, Freddie and I have had a lot of meals together this week. And one of the things I said to him, though, at the Center for Homeless, we don't want to take any credit or responsibility or blame for anybody's success or failure. You do it on your own. And Freddie said, what keeps people from doing it? I said, they're not ready. Freddie was ready. And we just got to get the guests ready to believe in themselves. And we believe in them, and somebody believed in Freddie, and look at the difference it's made.
And to this day, people still believe.
Wow.
So that's what people don't understand. Now that I've gotten to where I'm at, I have to still keep doing that, but I'm able to do that because of a surrounding support.
It's important. People should lean into that, right?
Yes, asking for help is a power of strength, not weakness.
Wow. Wow, I love that. We want to say thank you, and we want to let you know as well. We have a list of heating centers across Michiana, including Faith Mission in Elkhart, Charles Black Community Center, so many of these resources. We've got all of this at WNDU.com because you talked about the cold weather, and you guys do so much, especially this time of year, right?
We sure do. You know, our weather amnesty program just started about a month ago, and we were at near capacity over the Thanksgiving week. And of course, last night with those temperatures, those wind chills into the negatives, we need to be here. We're so blessed that we are able to help.
I'm blessed to have you both here. Yeah, this is great.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I remember giving a man takeout, and it was cold, and it was in Boston, and I'll never forget this. It was my first keynote at Boston out of town. When I handed it to him, he said, "It's still warm." And what that told me was, Freddie, don't ever forget. It felt so good to help somebody eat, and for him to say it's still warm.
Wow. It's your story. Your story is inspiring, and we appreciate you for bringing them to us as well.
This is thank y'all.
Sharing your story. I forgive you for wearing the Packers.
Yes, you know I'm a Packer fan. Go Green Bay tonight. Die hard. Yeah, you know, Lambeau cheesehead for real.
Oh, Andrew, how's it looking out there? Cheeseheads over here.